Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Hopes. It is time for us to do all of our training and volunteering, which is going to lead to a ton of new support conversations. So let's jump right into it and head over to the training camp. Although maybe there is an argument that we should head over to volunteering first. We're already at training, we're going to do this one. Right, training. So first things first, what we want to do is make sure everybody's classes are set up. So if they have already mastered their class, we have to choose a new class for them to learn. If they haven't already mastered their class, then they're good to go. So everyone here is fine. Hilda, what is your next class to learn? Have you already got a class? No. Okay, so Hilda's next class is Great Knight. So we will do that. We have 6 Master Seals, so we should be fine. Get her leveled up. And it shouldn't do anything else here. We are not going to change this unit's class, but we are going to change their class in the training screen. So Hilda, you're ready to go. Right, who's next? So in this one, both of these people need to get other classes. Now I think Raphael already has one. Yes, because he's working on Warriors, so we'll get him doing that. And Lysithea, do you already have a magic class? No, so we need to get you Gremory. Okay. Acquire class and Gremory. And actually, her having Gremory could be good because it opens up the possibility for us to use her in 2 different roles, which will be a unique thing for our group. Because if we need 2 magic users, suddenly she can fill that role.
How striking.
It also upgrades her weapon level, but not that that matters too much. Right, head out here. Train, and we will set her up for that one as well. So there we go, Gremory. Right, what's next? You have already finished War Master, and you are working on Brigands. So same path that Raphael is going on, just 1 step behind. You're set up, and then we have no H because we have nobody else who we want to level anything on in particular. We'll only make an H if we need to have people getting supports. Right. Let's step back to the next screen and have a look at who needs supports with who. Actually, we can do it from this screen to start with. And then we can just look at people who are already correct. So we know that Shez and Shamir have no more supports, which is why they were alone together. Lorenz and Claude are both finished. Okay, so who does Lorenz need supports with? Lorenz, out of the main squad, needs supports with nobody. So Lorenz is moving to H. Oh no, he needs it with Balthus. Okay, Balthus. Balthus and Lorenz.
Time to work you into shape.
So let's immediately swap Claude and Balthus. There we go. So we'll swap them. Next one. Hilda and Holst are finished. So who does Hilda need supports with? I know we can kind of do this from the other screen, but I prefer it like this because it's easier for me to visualize. So Hilda and Ignatz. Okay. So let's just make that happen. So Holst, you're replaced with Ignatz. There we go. Next one. Raphael, Lysithea are both done.
With proper training,
so
you'll be unstoppable.
Raphael needs supports with who? Wait, where's Raphael on the list? There he is, right in the center. He needs supports with none of the main squad. Petra. Petra's the only person... Oh, yeah, Petra and Ash. Right, let's make an H. And then we'll have him train with Petra or Ash. Right. H, you will train. So this will be Raphael. And it will be Petra. Let's just go with Petra for just now. Cool. Her class, we might as well just update to a new one. Just so she's getting something. Not that we really need her to, it's just feels wrong to just have her not get any class whatsoever. Right, Lysithea. You, I think, are done. Yes, you are completely and utterly done. So, we're just going to leave you where you are.
Training can be the difference between
That's
victory
fine.
and defeat.
So anybody else who's done can go into that slot there. Now, those two do have support between each other, but I don't think it's a real
You'll be
support.
unstoppable.
Who do you still need support points with? Gerald. Wait, is Gerald even training?
Time to work you into shape.
Currently, Gerald is training, but I think this one's done. Yeah. So we can swap Claude and Gerald here. Cool. Right. So next up, Marianne and Host. So let's go with Marianne.
Proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Support info. Actually, who does Holst still need points with? Just out of curiosity. Holst is done. Alright, Holst is completely done. So Holst can go with Lysithea
Time
then.
to work you into shape.
So let's swap those two around. So Holst and Lysithea are now kind of a permanent group because they both don't need support. And that's actually going to help Holst with his training, I think, because she already has Mortal Savant maxed, if I understand that correctly. Right. Marianne.
Can't wait to see how you do.
I think she's the last one we need to do. Oh, wait, no, we got another one actually as well. Marianne. Ignatz. Well, she can't train with Ignatz, so Yuri and Bernadetta. Yuri, she's got no progress on, so I would think that he is high priority for her.
Training can be the difference
Right.
between victory and defeat.
So we'll go Yuri in here. Where are we? There's Yuri. And then on this one, they still have a support together. That's actually perfect. Does that support lead anywhere, or is it just a support? Leads to a conversation. Actually perfect.
Time to work
Right.
you into shape.
Every single person has a support. Let me just check. Everybody that can have a support has a support. Yeah, that's all fine. Perfect. Everybody has a class. Let's do successive training. Yes. Perfect. I think that some of them are going to finish their classes fairly quickly.
Can't wait to get back out there.
A new power is now being mine.
Okay, who finished? Oh, you did. So Brigand's done, so we need to get you Warrior. What'd be great is if on this screen you could level them up to the next level. Like, you could do the acquire class there. That would be really quite useful. Anyway, because it's basically the same screen as this one, except, you know, you have to access it from a different menu. Right. Next one done.
Well, this is different.
Cool. We're not going to switch his class over, but we are going to switch his class over here. Right, so that should take a little bit longer to do. Successive training once more. Let's go. That's another master class down there with Petra.
I'll put this to good use.
No surprises here.
I work to grow.
Okay. So both of you are finished. So is that, which one is that? Pegasus Knight for you and whatever it was for you, for Petra. Petra? Just because I don't care too much, I'm going to get you to do just another basic class. Marianne, is that your final peg? Oh no, so we need to get you into Paladin, then into Falcon Knight. Okay, that's fine, we can do that. Acquire class, Marianne, and then Paladin. Cool, so that's that one. You think she would be good on horses? You know, that being her thing.
I never pictured this for myself.
Right, nope. And then we are then going to train her up into that class. So that means that she's now getting Paladin points. Everybody good? Yup. Back to the training. Hey, I think Bow Knight Master means somebody just got a master class off of this. We can go to that one.
That should come in handy.
Defiant Speed.
Hey, that's not half bad.
Death Blow is pretty good.
A new power, is it?
Don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
Just gonna let my muscles do
Strength
their thing.
5. Now that's why we went down this path in the first place.
I work to grow.
That's a lot of things. So she's mastered her class again. Sure, why don't you get Monk as well? Just keep mastering them. You never know, there might be an award that you can get for getting multiple classes, or like X number of classes mastered. Bow Knight is done. So what's Shamir's next move? Next move is Assassin. Easy. We're actually good to go, assuming that everybody still has support points to gain. I think some of them are maxed. Let's have a look here.
Can't wait to see how
They
you
are
do.
indeed maxed. Well, support info. Let's do these, and then we can jump back in and rearrange everybody. Ignatz and Hilda. So this is Hilda's last main support. Oh, this is Hilda's last support. Oh, cool. Well, on you go, Hilda. That is cursed. Ignatz without glasses, very cursed.
Uh-huh. When did I fall asleep? Hey, where did my glasses go? Oh gosh, where did I put them?
Who's that guy? Hey there. Did you need something, sir?
Huh? Is that you, Hilda?
You sound like... Wait. Ignatz? Is that you?
Yes, but why didn't you... Oh, right, the glasses.
I totally couldn't recognize you without them. So what happened to your specs?
Well, I fell asleep on that chair over there a little while ago, and when I woke up, they were gone. I must have set them down before I napped, but I can't remember where I put them.
You must have been really tired to do that. Want some help looking for them?
Yes, thank you.
They must be around here somewhere. I'm sure the two of us will find them in no time. So what's the world look like without your glasses, Ignatz?
Probably a little bit blurry.
Well, everything's blurry, for starters. And even if someone I know is standing right next to me, I can barely see their face. Sometimes I just think they're a lamp or something like that.
Yikes, that's worse than I thought. We'd better find them before you stumble into a moat or something. Do you really not remember where you put them?
No, sorry. I guess I was too tired and took them off without thinking about it.
Aha! Here they are. They must have fallen through the gap there.
Thank you so much, Hilda.
You're very welcome. I'm just glad we found them. You look like a totally different person without those things, you know?
I do?
Yeah, even once I recognized your voice, it still took my brain a little bit to catch up. It was weird, you know? It felt like I was alone in the room with some mysterious stranger.
Sorry about that.
Still, he doesn't look half bad without them. I mean, I think your glasses suit you, Ignatz. So make sure not to lose them again, okay?
I'll try to be more careful.
Okay. Well, that was their support. It was a little bit odd, but there you go. So there was only one support that we missed for Hilda, and that was Claude, and the only reason we missed it is because it was time locked, and we have seen it already, so there we go. Which I guess means that Hilda no longer needs to train with anyone in particular, so we can kind of knock her down into the low tier of, like, just train with somebody who's actually good for training. Right, Lorenz, you have a support with Althus. Cool.
There you are, Lawrence.
What is it you need now, Balthus?
I want to talk about the debt I owe your father. We never settled that, and I'm thinking I should probably pay it back.
Oh, that's a first.
Ah, that. Well, as head of House Gloucester, I have determined you no longer need to repay it. Judging by the specifics of the requests, I highly doubt my father ever expected recompense.
Well, would you look at that? The current Count Gloucester sure is a generous sort.
You have saved me countless times on the battlefield since joining our army. Asking a comrade in arms for mere coin when I owe them a life debt would only sully the good name of House Gloucester.
Well, I still appreciate it. So, does that mean I can just drop the whole investigate Claude thing? I mean, I've already dug up an entire mound of dirt on the guy, but I'm happy to let it all go.
That is dangerous information to have on our king. Destroy all record and speak of it to no one.
You sure? There's some real juicy stuff in there. Your head would probably pop clean off if I told you.
I admit that my curiosity is piqued. Oh, what to do? In that case, Balthus, hold this information of yours tight and make sure it lands in no other hands. When the time comes that we need it, I will take it into my possession.
When you need it? What's that mean?
It is quite possible that I will become the next king after Claude. You take good care of it in the meanwhile. All for the sake of Lorenz Hellman Gloucester! Ah, ha, ha, ha!
How the heck did I end up having to help you?
My apologies. Will you not be assisting me? Though you may be only a former noble, I have the utmost trust you will not betray me after my having cleared your debts.
Not too happy about this, but I am glad to have one less debt on my plate. Still, looks like I've landed with a real scoundrel. If only he were a lady instead.
What? Alright, well, I suppose if that's your type. Right, so Lorenz is now done apart from Constance. So we really want to get support with Constance up as the next big thing. Okay, cool. Any other supports? No. So everybody else is not maxed out.
Between victory and defeat.
So let's just see who we've got. Oh, let's have a look at Balthus for a second. Who does Balthus still need supports with? Balthus. So he's mostly done. Balthus is done as well. Okay, so Balthus and Hilda are going to train together for just now. That's fine. That works perfectly for us.
Training can be the difference between
so let's
victory
swap
and defeat.
Ignatz and Balthus just for this exact moment. Okay, so those two can go. Let's see, who have we still got maxed? So you're maxed. Holst and Lysithea are both maxed. You two, are you locked or are you maxed?
With proper training, you'll be
Or
unstoppable.
wait, are you locked or do you still need a little bit left? Is what I was trying to say. Gerald. They still need a little bit more. Okay. So they need to stay, but they'll quickly change off. Let's see who else we got. So you're still working on it. You're still working on it. You're still working on it. We might just leave it like this for just now. I'm trying to figure out how we could get a Constance in here. I don't think we can unless we stop somebody training. Yeah. Wait, did somebody still need a support with
Can't wait to
Ignatz?
see how you do.
Ignatz. He was wanted, wasn't he? Marianne, Leonie, Claude. Marianne, Leonie, Claude. But I think Leonie and Claude are training
Time to
together and
work
Marianne
you
is
into
currently
shape.
training. Ah, you know what we do? I got it. So we swap these two. That now means that Marianne and Ignatz are training, which is good, so they're getting their support. And now I can change off Yuri to Constance. There we go. That's how we get everybody still getting support points. Cool. And then we do successive training and we start. Again. Oh, we have a master class already. So that's the end of successive training.
I can use this.
I am capable of so much more.
I work to grow.
Okay, what's that one? Life Taker he just got there. That sounds interesting. Anybody else maxed now? Aha, we got new support conversations again. Well, let's have the support conversations first between Ashen Demon and Gerald. Oh ho ho. This could be good.
There you are. What's going on? It's not like you to send for me.
I have something to give you.
Well, this is new. What is it?
Here.
Flowers? Oh, I'm really surprised. I mean, you've never given flowers to anyone before, have you?
I had to ask some of our allies for advice, because I wasn't sure the best way to communicate my feelings.
What do you mean?
I'm really thankful that you're my captain, but also that you're my father. I've never really told you that, so I wanted to make sure you knew.
Ah, kid.
When I asked, everyone said I should give you flowers. Apparently that's what they used to do back at the Officers' Academy.
Okay, so they're bringing up gifts from three houses. That's kind of a funny callback.
I wonder what it would have been like there.
The Officers' Academy, huh? You might have just been a student there if things had happened a little different. Or who knows, maybe you'd have ended up like Alois and forced into giving seminars or something. Not that you're really qualified to be a teacher. Anyway, these flowers did the trick, kid. Consider your message delivered. Though, to be honest, I kind of already knew. You might not give a lot away, but you're not completely unreadable. Sorry for making you think I had no idea.
That's all right. I'm just glad you know.
By the way, why'd you choose this kind of flower? Did someone suggest them?
No, I picked them out myself. I thought they were nice to look at. Calming, in a way.
You even like the same flowers as your mother. Can you inherit that kind of thing? I used to give these to Citri all the time. I'd pull them out from behind my back, and her whole face would light up like the brightest torch you'd ever seen. Maybe this is how she felt whenever she got them.
I'll keep that in mind for next time. I want to see how this mercenary life of ours is going to play out, together. Those feelings are never going to change. And I'll do what I must to make sure you know that.
Huh. Thanks, kid.
That was nice. A lot of Three Houses callbacks, but also a little bit of unresolved stuff from Three Houses as well. Where there's spoilers for Three Houses in case you haven't played it. But he never really got to say goodbye to Geralt in that game. So it's kind of nice that they've kind of put it into this one as a, maybe here's a conversation they could have had. Anyway, so that is now you completely done with supports. Geralt, do you have any supports left to do? Geralt is now also completely done with supports. So they can train with whoever. Ideally not each other because they are already maxed, but you know, they can train with whoever.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
So we should probably do something like that, so that those two can get a support level. Yeah. And then probably something like... Oh no, that's... Yeah, and then probably something like this, so that you can get a support level. Yeah, I think that works, and then we don't really care about us and Balthus. That's fine. So this side currently is the side of... and nobody actually has any supports left, and we're just doing it for points. Anyone else maxed out on support?
Training, you'll be unstoppable.
I was just checking the Claude and Leone. Claude and Leone are so close, but not quite there.
Training can be the difference between victory
and
defeat.
Who needs to change? So Lorenz needs to change class. We don't have the next class? Yes, the next class is Dark Bishop for him. Which will also give him the option of switching into a magic class if we happen to need another magic user. Should be cool. Let's do that. I don't think we've had a Dark Bishop either, which is good. Just another class we can master.
Now you will see my true value.
We're not going to update his class there, but we will update it in training. There we go. Perfect. What does this class actually get? Cavalry Buster. That's kind of cool. That increased damage to them by 95%. Extends duration of status effects. Reduces cooldown for dark magic. Grants the unit miasma delta. Or increases the spell's potency if already learned. Ooh. That's kind of neat. Oh, wait, I forgot to check. There's another bit in there. There's another page, isn't there? So that's only while you're in the class. Otherwise, it would give you Magic 10, Reason, and then Absorb Dexterity. And it's a minor boost to Dexterity each time an enemy commander is defeated. This boosts, the boosts last throughout the battle. That's an interesting one. Okay. Neat. I love that it's all hunched over as well in there. I think that might be because that's Tomas's class, and he's the one who the icon was designed for. But it's kind of funny, the little hunched over thing. Right. Everyone else is ready to go. Successive training. We have a master class already.
Even a mule will eventually reach its destination.
I work to grow.
There we go. So she's now finished her class, which means that we're going to have to actually get her a new class. I don't really want to use a master seal on her, so we'll just use like a small one to get like mercenary or something.
Time to work you
Right,
into
acquire class. Where are we? Petra. Mercenary.
A new challenge that will be overcome.
Cool. We're not going to change her class, but we will change her training class. There we go. So she can now be a mercenary. Wonderful. Successive. Oh, wait. Come out of this menu.
With proper training,
Yep, I thought there might be. Supports between Claude and Leonie. Let's go.
What's wrong, Leonie? Bad day of hunting got you down?
Come on, Claude. You and I both know bad days don't happen to me. I was just thinking about the situation Lester finds itself in right now.
That's an unusual topic coming from you. Go on.
You know how both Regan and Gloucester territories have been the site of some pretty serious battles during this war? Well, I had the chance to talk to some people who live there, and it turns out their crops for the year are suffering because of it. Some villages even had their fields completely trampled in the struggle. Which, yeah, if that doesn't delay your fieldwork, I don't know what will. Turns out, a lot of them are blaming the King of the Federation for what happened, though.
No surprise there. It was my decision to go to war with the Empire, after all. Were it up to me, Lester would never see the flames of battle on its lands again. But things don't always work in absolutes. Now that you mention it, how's Sawin doing? The area managed to stay pretty safe, right?
Thankfully, yeah.
Good. I know you'd be worried to death if something happened to your home.
Hey, Claude? If I'm being honest, I don't really care much about this war, or what kind of relationships the different regions end up having with each other. But I can get behind the future you're fighting for. It's a good one. I can feel it in my gut. Though...
I appreciate that, Leonie.
Apologies.
I get that you don't really...
It's a good one. I can feel it in my gut. Though, that's kinda all I have to go on since I didn't get the education some of the others did.
I appreciate that, Leonie. And I get that you don't really care about a lot of this stuff. The one thing that matters most in the life of a commoner is what tomorrow's harvest is going to look like. I know that. But those people will get caught in the web I'm spinning for the future all the same. They won't have a choice but to fight.
But...
I know. If we don't fight, more and more innocent people will get struck down as collateral. Even so, there will be sacrifices no matter how much or how little we struggle. And most of those will end up being commoners. I hope you stay on my side all the same, Leonie. And not just for your raw strength as a mercenary. I could use your perspective, too.
My perspective?
Think about it. You met the farmers in our land eye to eye and found out they were upset with me. I could never do that. Not in the position I'm in now.
I guess you're right.
That's why these kinds of things don't get addressed. They never even reach my ears. So I want you to help amplify their voices. Help me hear what the people have to say. As the ruler of Leicester, this is my #1 priority. It's even more important to me than winning the war.
And I'm more than glad to help you accomplish it. You know, you're really not like your run-of-the-mill noble. With a guy like you leading the Federation, Lester will be a better place. I just know it.
I can't help but feel that Leonie turning so quickly towards Claude there in that conversation wasn't just because she agreed with Claude, but it was because Claude gave her a bit of flattery in the middle. You know, I believe that you're the person who can do this for me. And you could suddenly see in her face it was like, oh, you know, because she seems to be somebody who thrives under a little bit of encouragement, as shown by the fact that Geralt met her for a week, gave her some encouragement, and she based her entire life around it. So, yeah. It just seemed a little bit odd. I'm wondering if that's deliberate. Anyway, Claude now needs training with Ignatz, Constance, and Happy. Ignatz, Constance, and Happy. Ignatz, Constance, and Happy. And does Leonie need it with Marianne? Leonie needs it with Ignatz, of course. Is that the only one for Leonie? Yes. So oh wait, no, there's another one, isn't there? Leonie and Lintart. Lintart as well. Okay.
Time to work.
Let's see if we've got a way of rearranging people. So you're almost done. You two are still working on it. You're working on it. Okay. So, once Marianne and Ignatz finish, then that's probably the point where we can start moving people around again. Yeah, so I guess we'll just leave these two where they are. Successive training. Let's wait. Nobody's mastered? Nobody's mastered. Cool.
I'll master this.
Nullify cavalry effects. Nice. So that'll be nullify cavalry bonuses, or things that are strong against cavalry. So she now needs to switch class, and I imagine we're going to switch her into Falcon Knight. So let's head out here.
Between victory and defeat.
Leonie. Falcon Knight. Just the obvious choice for her here.
This is great.
Although Dark Knight could have been an option because it's another cavalry class, so there might have been some crossover. Anyway, we've already used the Master Seal, so we might as well. Right. And then we're good. Oh, wait, come out here.
With proper training,
no new support conversations. Okay. They're not quite maxed, but almost there. Let's go. We're getting there. That's another master class.
Can't wait to get back out there.
+5 strength. Love it.
I think it's making sense now.
Hey, that's not half bad.
I'll remember this.
That's a lot of bonuses we're getting here. Hey, Shamir and Geralt have got a C rank between each other. That's not bad. Right. Let's see what we're looking at here. So you're mastered in Brigand. Means that you're moving into Warrior next.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Geralt. Warrior. I suppose now I have Master Seals, I should probably give him the other class here, actually. Yeah, because it'll give him extra stuff that he can use as a cavalry unit. Ooh. Defeating multiple enemies with a single warrior special restores the awakening gauge in proportion to the number of foes defeated. That sounds interesting. Let's get him Dark Knight, why not? That sounds good.
I think this suits me.
That's a worrying thing to hear, as you look like an evil villain. Right. So we'll train him in that class. So switch him back over to this one. Right. Anyone finish the support?
With proper training,
we have. Perfect. So this will be Ignatz and Marianne. Aha. There we go.
Thank you for all of your help again today.
I was happy to do it.
Bring me more hay, Four Eyes? That's so rude.
Oh, so she's talking about a flying horse now. That's cool. Because we're just getting her into that class, so that might end up being her secret class.
I'm sorry, Ignatz. I fear she's getting a bit too familiar with you now.
I'm just glad she's getting used to me. Although I probably could have done without that Four Eyes comment.
Ignatz, why have you continued helping me care for these Pegasi? Surely you have enough to paint your picture now. Yet you continue fetching hay and mucking out stalls.
You're probably right. But this is for my dreams. You remember the painting you picked up before? Well, I created it to resemble the Pegasus I once rode with my mother when I was small.
You rode a Pegasus with your mother?
Yes. I heard she was a Pegasus Knight a long time ago, and when I showed interest, she took me for a ride. The moment we took off, I got so scared I buried myself in her sleeve and missed the whole first part. But once I finally managed to pry open my eyes, the view was breathtaking. I saw the whole of Leicester spread out before me. It stirred something in my heart, and I wanted...
You wanted to become a painter?
I wanted to become a Pegasus Knight. But that was just one of my many silly childhood dreams. Plus, after we landed, my mother told me that Pegasi don't allow adult men to ride them. So that pretty much nipped my dream in the bud.
I see.
But while I may have been forced to give up that dream, I can be anything I want in my imagination. And by interacting with Pegasi like this, it's easier to imagine myself soaring through the sky.
You clearly still hold dear the desire to ride one. Even if we weren't speaking of it now, your passionate feelings resonate throughout your paintings.
What? You can sense my feelings?
Yes. I can easily tell how precious you consider Pegasi.
Oh, that's what you meant.
And if this one understands how you feel, then maybe, just maybe, she will permit you to ride her.
But isn't that impossible?
Normally, yes. But she's very used to you now, and honestly, I'd really like to see it. I would dearly love to see your dream finally come true.
Well, if you put it like that, I can't very well say no. Hello, Pegasus. Will you please deign to carry your new friend Four Eyes up into the sky?
Was that a yes nay or a no nay?
I take it back! I take it all back! I wanted to fly, but not like this!
Oh dear, I thought she'd let him climb on her back, not grab his clothing in her teeth. Goodness, I hope they don't rip. It would be a very long way down.
I can't enjoy the scenery like this! Marianne! Help me!
Oh dear. Well, that was unexpected, but good. Okay, so that leaves Marianne with Bernadetta and Yuri. It's her two. And Ignatz, apparently just being passed around the group. Ignatz, you're going to train with either Claude or Leonie. Let's go with Claude. Right.
Time to work you into
So let's swap Ignatz and Claude. Oh, sorry. So this will be Marianne. There we go. Leonie. So Ignatz and Claude are now trading, which is actually good because they both get bonuses to each other because they're both doing the same class, and they've both done both classes. You two are currently not getting anything. You two are currently not getting anything. There's no combination of you four that can get us anything, is there?
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
So Marianne, we know, has nothing with either of that. Like, they're both done. Yep. And Leonie, you also only need Ignatz. Okay. Cool. So back in here.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
You two are about to max out. Let me double check that they are not already maxed and it's locked for some reason. Theirs is not already maxed. Okay, so they're the next one.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Right, successive training. Let's go. Diligent trainee 5. Probably do X number of training sessions, I would imagine. And now we're out of training.
Prowess means nothing without resolve.
Getting stronger.
I work to grow.
And there's some support levels. So Lorenz and Constance have gone up to B, and Hilda and Alpax are at a C.
Training can be. Can't wait to see how
Support
you do.
conversations. So let me just check something here. So that, yeah, so theirs is at B, but they've got an A afterwards. Okay, so that's his only one with Constance. Cool. And then we have Petra and Raphael. Let's go. Final support.
There goes another one. This wolf thing isn't working. My howling's getting better, but it's also getting louder. I'll never be a hunter.
I am not agreeing.
Petra? Wow, where'd you get all that game?
And that is why I had the decision to be lying in wait near you.
Well, I'll be. You waited for me to scare all the animals out, then bagged them yourself.
They had such fear of your loudness that they were running in a straight line. Very easy to hit. This is what is called drive hunting. I have been studying the Fódlan way.
Drive hunting, huh?
Yes. Fódlan hunters are using hounds to track their prey and put it into corners.
But we don't have any hounds.
But we do have you.
We do not. So, you are being my hound instead.
What? Wait, no! I was being a wolf!
You were saying before that dogs and wolves are the same.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I have been thinking with hardness how I can make you more than just a large man searching the woods for prey. Then, I found an idea. You are the hound. I am the hunter. We will be making a great team and catching lots of game.
Hey! I like the sound of that, Petra! It's nice of you to buddy up and help me with something I've been struggling with.
I am happy to be helping. And I am thinking Raphael-style hunting would find much popularity in Bridget.
Seriously? But you already have so many good hunters there. You really think there's a place for me? Because that would be incredible!
No, you are incredible. You would find enjoyment in Bridget life. We have many delicious meats you cannot be finding here.
Oh, yeah. I bet it's a totally different kind of yummy. Guess I've got to try it and see for myself. The first thing I'm gonna do if I visit Bridget is order a whole platter of food. That'll also be the second thing I do. And probably the third.
You are a true lover of meat.
Oh, and then I'll need to get some training in. Do people in Bridget like working their muscles too?
Our hunters are all needing to be light on their feet. They are not usually training for enlarging their muscles. But maybe farmers and woodcutters are seeking bulk.
I'm really trying to picture this. I mean, most farmers and woodcutters are pretty burly already, so the Bridget variety must be huge. Oh, wow. This is great. Raphael, farmer of Bridget. Raphael, woodcutter of Bridget.
Yes, I am proud of my home. So please come visit. You will always find you are welcome there.
Ah, that was a nice one. Good ending for those two. Right. Wrong person. So that now means that Raphael is oh, he needs Ash. Okay. Ash is the last one for him. Alright. That was a lot of training. An awful lot of training. Now it's time to go and do the other part, which is to go and do this one. So first of all, we're going to do cooking, because we need to have the cooking done so that we can have all of our buffs for the final mission in this chapter. So we got all these new ones as well. There are a lot of new ones, actually. Right. Somewhat faster. Feels somewhat faster. I'm seeing if there's anything that says... Ah, you see this one says much faster. Swap display. So some people like that one. I need to find who I want to get supports between first. So, Claude. You need a support with Ignatz and Constance and Happy. Ignatz, Constance, Happy, Claude. Ignatz, Constance, Happy, Claude. So. Claude doesn't like that one. Claude likes this one. Awakening Gauge feels much faster. Claude and Ignatz. Perfect. Let's go. Are we going to succeed? Perfect.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Hey, thanks. It's nice to have a friend who knows what I like.
This is one of my favorites. Thank you. This really makes my day.
Wonderful. We get some extra morale, and
Come back whenever you're hungry.
they already have the support conversation. We'll do a few more of these before we're ready to go. So, Hilda, you need a support with nobody. Good to go. Lorenz, you need a support with Constance. So Lorenz and Constance. Let's see if we can find one that both of them like.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Lorenz doesn't like that one. Okay. He doesn't like that one. Lorenz doesn't like any of these. There we go, Lorenz. This is the two fish one. See, we got some of these that we like. Weapon durability loss. Does that say slightly? So there's probably one that's not slightly. Or is it? Are they all slightly? Somewhat is somewhat. Somewhat is more than slightly. Slightly. Just continuing to check for these. Greatly reduced. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like he doesn't like any of the greatly stuff, which is unfortunate. So we'll leave Lorenz for just now. Move on to the next person. So Raphael needs a support with Ash. So we're looking for Raphael and Ash.
Is the true enemy.
So we'll do this again. Somewhat. But that's just Raphael. Raphael likes this one. Does Ash? No. Warrior Gauge is much quicker. Greatly fills the Warrior Gauge. Aha, Raphael and Ash. Perfect. That seems good. We get another perfect out of this. Wonderful.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Wow, that hit the spot! I'm so glad we're friends.
Oh, thanks. Did you know this was one of my favorites?
There we go, we get our effect. And
you're
that
hungry.
might have given us a new support conversation between them. It did. Wonderful. Ignatz has already eaten. I don't think you can eat twice, at least not in a row. Marianne and Yuri or Bernadetta. Marianne, Yuri or Bernadetta. Right.
Hunger is the true enemy.
I do like that he keeps saying hunger is the true enemy. It's very funny. There's Marianne and Bernadetta. Works for me. Although, we should probably try and do Marianne and Yuri because they're a little bit further away. It's another perfect.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
I'm surprised you know what I like. Thank you. This is wonderful.
How'd you know I love this stuff? You must be more clever than I thought.
Cool. This warrior gauge fills much faster. And a C rank. Support info. So you're now getting there on the B rank as well. I'd love it to be Leonie and Lindhart for the next one.
Hunger is the true
what have we got left that we need to get? So weapon durability, is that it? Oh, and the awakening gauge at the start of battle. Okay. So Leonie doesn't like that one. Leonie likes this one. So it's Leonie and Lindhart. Lindhart doesn't like that one. Okay. And those were the only ones that were kind of greater. Yeah, so there's 1, 2. Right. It's fine.
Come back
out
whenever you're
here.
hungry.
So now we're looking at Holst we know is done. Balthus is done. You're done. And you are done. Okay. So can we have Ignatz eat again with Leonie? I don't think we can. If we can't, then that means we have to do a battle, then we can have them eat again, I think. Let's see. So Ignatz, I'm just seeing if he's on the list. Ignatz is not on the list. Okay, so we need to do a battle to reset that one. Okay, cool. Well, let's do these support conversations and then have a look at volunteering. Oh, we also have a support. That'll be with Yuri. Yeah, let's do this one first.
Yuri's still not back yet? It's been 5 days. What's this? A letter. Not like him to leave his stuff lying around. I wonder if it says anything about where he went. Well, it's just sitting there. Can't hurt to take a peek, right? Are you well? Eating enough? I worry about you all the time. Thank you for sending money always. I want to see you soon. Huh. Is this letter for Yuri? It's got a different name on it.
Having fun?
Ooh, hello.
Yuri! Wow, you really snuck up on me. When did you get back?
Just now. More importantly, why are you snooping through things that don't belong to you? Choose your next words carefully if you don't want them to be your last.
Let's just own up to it.
I'm sorry. It was just sitting out in the open, so I thought it'd be okay if I read it. I was worried you weren't coming back.
Never mind. I can't imagine you'd have a reason to pry into my affairs. I suppose this is what I get for taking off without telling anyone. And for being so careless.
Yeah, I thought you'd be the last person to leave something like this behind. You must have left in a hurry.
You could say that.
Let's ask about it.
Was it because of the letter? I assume it's from someone in your family. Maybe a little brother or sister?
My mother, actually. She doesn't really have a way with words, I know. She's always been prone to illness, but lately her condition has grown worse. I try to visit whenever she asks to see me. Obviously, there are times when I can't go, but I have to take all the time I can get, right? I never know which visit will be my final chance to see her.
I understand. Once someone's gone, they're gone. But wait, the name on that letter, is that your real name? So, Yuri's an alias and you're really
Ooh?
No need to say it. And yes, what parent would call their kid by an alias anyway?
Fair point. It's a nice name though. Why hide it?
In my line of work, it pays to have more than a few names. And don't go telling anyone about this. You won't like to find out what happens if you do.
We'll promise to keep it secret.
I won't, promise. And if I do slip up, you're free to do your worst. In any case, I am sorry for prying. And for what it's worth, I hope your mom gets better soon.
If it were easy to cure, then we wouldn't even be talking about it. But I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless.
Interesting. We'll see what that one's like on the route where we focus on Yuri. But, moving on, we have Claude and Ignatz.
Hey there, Ignatz. What are you up to?
Oh, Claude. I was just admiring the scenery. I come here sometimes to bask in the embrace of unfettered natural beauty. Stunning, isn't it? I find being in the environment like this to be quite calming.
You can say that again. My favorite napping spot's always been right under a nice, shady tree.
Well, it does sound comfortable.
Ignatz, you always wanted to be a painter, right?
Huh? Well, yes, but how did you know that?
Because it's the worst kept secret in the entire camp, Ignatz.
Oh, easy. I've got you all figured out, my friend. All your secrets, your worries, everything. Kidding, of course.
Right.
Really, it wasn't too hard to piece together. I heard you haven't always wanted to be a knight, and seeing you take in the world the way you do, there was only one possibility. You dreamed of being a painter, but gave it up before you could ever make it a reality.
My father wished that I become a knight, yes. But the decision to actually do so was mine alone. That's enough of that, though. What demands our attention most in this moment is the instability both in and outside of Leicester's borders. As a knight, I must do whatever I can to help alleviate the situation.
You're right. The whole alliance was in complete chaos when Shahid attacked. But that's exactly why I founded the Federation, so we could overcome whatever strife came our way.
I really wish there was more I could do to help.
In that case, how about we send you on a reconnaissance mission?
What?
It's simple. You go to all sorts of different places, maybe scout out a few towns, and take note of everything you see and hear while you're there. Sounds like the perfect job for you, doesn't it?
Are you sure I'm the right person for it?
Of course I'm sure. I want you to travel the world, Ignatz. See the wonders it has to offer with your own two eyes.
You know, I thought my dream of becoming a painter was nothing more than dust in the wind. That giving up was my only path forward in life. But you've shown me that isn't how it has to be. Once this war is over, I'll do whatever it takes to make it a reality again.
As you should. What kind of dream would it be if you just abandoned ship the moment one little thing knocked you off course?
Thank you, Claude. Once I'm a full-fledged painter, I'll be sure to do a wonderful portrait of you. I promise.
Sounds good to me. Oh, and make sure it's extra grand so that it'll survive for centuries to come.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so more about Ignatz and his painting. I do love how every time his painting comes up, he's surprised. He's like, oh my god, you know I'm into painting? And I'm like, come on. Like, surely everybody's found out by now. And then it's Raphael and Ash. Let's go.
Mess hall food is just the best!
You're really piling up the plates there, Raphael. You must have been extra hungry.
Yeah, I was just out exercising. Food always tastes best after a long workout.
You should tell the chefs how much you enjoyed it. I'm sure they'd be pleased.
Will do. You know, I opened an inn myself, and I've been doing the cooking there. Except, I've never gotten a compliment from a customer. Not even once.
So they didn't like it? I wonder why.
I guess it just didn't taste very good. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about cooking, so I had a pretty rough time in the kitchen.
In that case, why don't we work on it together? You may not have as many chances to cook here, but I bet we can still find opportunities to hone your skills. Believe me, one of the best feelings in the world is having someone tell you they enjoyed a meal you created.
Hold on. You're gonna train me? You're the best, Ash!
We'll get started right away. First, let's see you make something so I can get a feel for your skill level.
Well, how's it taste?
Well, it's not bad necessarily, but a huge pile of meat isn't really a meal. It's just meat.
Wait, you want something more than that? To each his own, I guess.
If you're going to focus on one ingredient, you have to work on your seasonings. This just tastes like a slab of bacon wrapped around a salt lick. Also, try using some vegetables. For a garnish, if nothing else. A little splash of color will make your dishes more appealing to the eye.
Huh. I never thought about how food looked.
That's something my father always used to say. If flavor is king, appearance is the royal court. He's actually the one who taught me that adding some color with vegetables will make things taste better, too.
Well, I guess I could jam a cucumber in there or something, if you think it'd help.
I'm not sure that's what he means.
You can't just jam things in without thinking about it, Raphael. You have to prepare them first, then arrange them in a way that's pleasing to the eye. Every ingredient requires careful preparation in order to bring out its true flavor.
Okay. I think I get it.
For example, try seasoning the meat with some herbs, then boil your vegetables to remove the bitterness. After that, fan them out on the platter and...
Wait, hang on. I boil the bitterness out of the herbs, then platter the season? But which season? Fall? Spring? This is way harder than just throwing a hunk of beef on a plate.
Deep breaths, Raphael. You can do this. And since this whole training thing was my idea, I promise to stick it out to the very end.
Thanks, Ash. With your help, I'm gonna make grub that'll have folks licking their plates.
Cooking lessons with Ash. Looking forward to episode number 2 of that. Right, we have now finished all of this. So, the next step is that we're going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. Next time, we actually have a lot more supports to do. We have more cooking to do. We have to go back and we have to do some missions. We've got an extra quest that still needs to be done. Then we're probably going to go and do some, ones that we missed previously, getting S ranks on, just so we can get those. And then the episode after that, it's probably time for some more main mission. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.